1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3.
Good evening, Kern County. Well, a very, very good evening, Kern County, and we hope you all had the best Thanksgiving of your lives. Welcome back. High school football game of the week. Are you kidding me? We're into the third week of the playoffs, and it's the semifinals of Division III. Two local teams, the Independence Falcons, receiving the kickoff, visiting the Wolfpack of Ridgeview High School. Bright House Network's high school football game of the week is underway. It's a huge kick, and it's deep into the end zone. Again, hope you had a nice Thanksgiving. My name is Vance Palm, and I am, as always, joined by my partner, the captain of this Bright House team, Brian Adams. Well, B, hope you had a good Thanksgiving. We'll talk about yesterday in a few moments, but the kickoff is underway. Here we are, two teams that proximity-wise are about, I don't know, a couple of miles apart, but we're at Ridgeview. Independence traveled 2.5 miles for this road trip, and big crowds, both sides. Captain, nice to have you here. 1st and 10, Independence has the football, and they are at their own 20-yard line. The quarterback, Stephen Campbell. Look at this. Look at this. Preston Hodges. Touchdown, Independence. Happy Thanksgiving, Ridgeview.
Whoa, somebody wasn't asleep on that turkey dinner. Preston Hodges, Vance, is ready to roll tonight. And I was going to talk about when we get into it, both games have dual threat quarterbacks able to make big plays. But Preston Hodges is the first one to strike with the 80-yard scamper down the right. He's keeping the whole time, Vance. See the linebackers get walled off. Good blocking downfield. Keaton's not able to hold outside contain. Not able to catch Preston, and Preston goes off to the races and scores the first points of the night. And, you know, we've been talking about shootouts, but we might be in one tonight, Vance.
Hodges, 80 yards, touchdown. The PAT, it's up. It's good, and with one snap of the football, it's 6-0 Independence. Wow.
And you know, Vance, we shouldn't be surprised at a big play. Independence so far scoring 36.8 points per game as we're watching the replay one more time of Preston Hodges going 80 on the Ridgeview Wolfpack. They have rushed this year, Vance, for 275 yards per game. Only passing for 131. That's not their forte. But Ridgeview equally as impressive with 318 on the ground, with primarily using Tripp and Cotton Moya, and only passing for about 100 yards a game.
If you're just getting to your television, you're thinking, hey, great, I made it in time. I'm here for the kickoff. Well, yeah, you're here for the second kickoff. Look at the clock on the right part of your screen, 11:48. Goodness. In 12 seconds, Kern County, Independence is up 7-0, and now they will kick off. And waiting at their 10-yard line, Dalen Warren is one of them, and Kamari Cotton-Moy is the other. So the Ridgeview crowd stunned, the Independence crowd still arriving here, thinking, hey man, they need to set the clock. It's 7-0. Wait a second. Here's the kickoff. It's a short one, and it's going to be taken fair caught at the 30-yard line. So It'll be 1st and 10 for Ridgeview at the 30-yard line, but I don't know if we can get one last look at that touchdown. It's worth a look. Are you kidding me? 1st and 10 on the 20 for Ridgeview, but on the 30, but before that, Preston Hodges just keeps it and says, I'm out of here.
You know, Vance, he hit that sideline. That was all she wrote. I mean, nobody's going to catch him at that point.
So here come the Ridgeview Wolfpack, and they're awake now. Not that they weren't awake, but boy, they're certainly awake now. 1st and 10, Cotton Moya. And as Brian so well mentioned, they have an incredible backfield of their own. That handoff was to Brandon Tripp, and Tripp gets maybe 2 or 3 yards. That should bring up 2nd and about 8. So right off the bat, Independent scores to make it a 7-0 football game, and we are just underway here on Bright House Network's high school football game of the week. Cotton Moya stands in the shotgun on a 2nd and 8, takes the snap. He's going to play action. He wants to put the ball in the air. He has his man wide open. And it's caught, and it's down at the 25-yard line. So Shaquan Baines, we've seen him already this year make some big plays, and another one there. He was wide open.
And Baines tends to be the guy they look for when they're passing the ball, Vance. And you said we saw him have a huge game against South. And right here, Moya does a good job of buying his time, patient, waits for Baines, puts it on the money, and Hodges saves a touchdown there and tried to punch the ball out. But great play right there by Ridgeview to suck in that defense, knowing they're going to want to stop the run.
Under 11 to go in this first quarter. The reason I mentioned the time so early in the game is that this is a shootout already. Cotton Moya fakes the handoff left, runs right. A nice pickup there. So both defenses are going to be on their heels, it looks like, tonight, as we've got us a real barn burner in the first couple of minutes here. Great look there from our ground camera, Carlos Anguiano. Cotton Moya fakes the handoff to Tripp to the left, takes it hard to the right. And we had some great pregame discussions with our production crew about this game, about the personnel on both sides of the football. And our production crew, very astute, very well-versed and up to speed on all of these teams and their players. So that's an interesting talk. Here's Tripp with the handoff, hip. Tripp goes off the hip is what I meant to say. Goes off the hip of his lineman. Number 70, a big block out there by Noe Delgado. And he just bounces off that big block, and there he goes.
You know, Vance, and we've seen Tripp do this all year long. You know, you hit him in the backfield or near the backfield, he seems to get by a guy and picks up 4 or 5 yards.
1st and goal from the 8-yard line. Kamari Cotton Moya, number 3, the quarterback, stands in the shotgun. The versatile, talented Brandon Tripp stands to his left. Looks like Tripp might try to block for Cotton Moya, and that's going to be a touchdown. Ridgeview, they're in. Touchdown.
Vance, you said exactly right. Easy. And that's what it was. And we see him do that quite a bit. And, you know, he sits back, and Moya is going to make plays when he has the ball. Does a great job right here, Vance. You'll see his keeping it the whole time. Tripp is a good chip block and goes down and picks up somebody else. And Moya is able to coast in for the touchdown.
Cotton Moya is hard to bring down with nobody out there blocking for him. But when you have Brandon Tripp out there blocking for you, it's going to be even tougher. Look at this. We're tied up 7-7 with less than 3 minutes off the clock.
You know, and here it is again, Vance. He's going to go out to the left. It's like a little quarterback sweep the whole time for the touchdown.
You're watching high school football game of the week. I'm Vance Palm, and I'm joined as always by my partner Brian Adams. And tonight's setting up to be an entertaining football game between the visiting Independence Falcons and the host Wolfpack of Ridgeview. Had a chance to talk to both coaches before the start of this football game. 2 of the finest in the community. Not a lot of teams left from Kern County battling it out here after Thanksgiving, but these 2 are, and they're local, and they're playing together, so this was a slam dunk decision on what game we were going to cover tonight. Ridgeview kicks off again. And it's going to be a low one. Could be good field position. And it's taken at the 25. And brought down at about the 32-yard line. Looks like it was Malcolm Johnson that grabbed that one. So it'll be 1st and 10. Good field position for Independence for their 2nd series.
There's the squib right there, Vance, and great fielding.
Oh,
and
John
able to pick
Moore,
it up
sorry.
and get it going. He said Moore got the ball there. But let's see what happens now. One play in 80. Let's see what happens on the Independence offense this time.
Independence is spoiled. They're 1 for 1, average of 80 yards per play, but don't know if it'll be that way the entire night. 1st and 10, 9.5 left in this first quarter. Picture perfect night, not a cloud in the sky. 3/4 moon hovering above. It's Thanksgiving weekend. You like football? 1st and 10. Hodges, great play action, keeps it himself. Got that delayed zone read, and everybody bit except for one Wolfpack, and that's all that was needed.
Well, Vance, right here, kind of messed up, ran to his own lineman, never could get going this time. And this time, I think, too, the Ridgeview Wolfpack did a better job of hitting the line of the point of attack on the line of scrimmage by the defensive line.
2nd and 5. Hodges behind center. Under 9 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Strong left side for Hodges. Even stronger now. They go in motion. Handoff up the middle. This time it's to Kyle Ely. Kyle Ely didn't get much. Brings up 3rd and 3. So it's a first interesting 3rd down of the game. Neither team has had one yet.
But Vance, it's the kind of 3rd down you want for either of these teams, a short yardage 3rd down, because now you're still a threat to run the ball. And if you do want to pass, see if you can suck these guys up and then dink it over them, or let your quarterback or your running backs make plays and pick the 3 yards up.
3rd and 3, Hodges behind center. Oh, goes hard count. The only team that jumped was the offense.
Yeah, that's even worse than the center, man. I mean, we talk about the other linemen moving and the receivers, but when the center's the one to move, we're all in trouble.
So the man with his hand on the football moved his other hand, and that makes it 3rd and 8. So a hard count by everybody, and watch the center here. And that caught the attention of pretty much everybody. Now it brings up 3rd and 8. Hodges spreads the offense all the way across the line of scrimmage. He's got doubles on both sides. Quick drop to his right. Nice move inside, and look at this. He's going to get the 1st down. Nice play, good pass, well read. And it was caught out there by Moore. And Brian, I'll tell you, Hodges waited as long as he could to call the play. He was looking over at the sidelines for what I think was the absolute last second read from the coaching staff.
Exactly. What I like is he stepped back, he got rid of the ball, and I like what Moore did. He didn't play around, Vance. He just knifed upfield and just muscled up for a 1st down. Great play by the receiver.
Big 1st down for Independence. Their momentum was stopped when they took a 3rd and 5. A 3rd and 3 back to a 3rd and 8. Now Hodges looks to the sidelines again. 1st and 10. He sends Reed in motion. Hodges in trouble. Hodges brought down from behind. And a big play out there. Was that Tripp?
That's Tripp. You know, Vance, a lot of times when those passing plays like that go, you got to have that ball ready to go already, but the good coverage on the backside by Ridgeview. I didn't see what number it was, but great job of taking away the route he wanted to throw to.
Brandon Tripp, both sides of the football, as dangerous as possible. 2nd and 16. Six and a half left in the first. 2nd and 16. Hodges behind center. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to look to do something dangerous like he did in the last series, and he gets up to about midfield, and that should bring up about 3rd and 8. We'll see where they spot it.
You know, Vance, that's exactly the same play. You're right. And this time, you know, Ridgeview's there to stop it. As you see Tevin Campbell give him a shot, knock him out of bounds.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's a dangerous guy, though. 3rd and 10, he must have stepped out a little bit before the 45-yard line.
And that's Tevin Keaton. I apologize. Tevin Keaton, he will get on me as his mom is babysitting my kids tonight. 2 of them, anyway.
Brian, if you're going to get a name right, make sure it's the babysitters.
Hey, we want to be regular Raider.
6:22. You can hear the coaching staff through Carlos's microphone, so you're going to get an inside look. Oh, he's got a man wide open, and it's Moore again, and Moore catches it at the 42-yard line. And, boy, 5 on 5, the jersey numbers, Moore with Tripp guarding him. Here's a good look at it right here. What a quick pass by Hodges.
And you heard Coach Cooper yelling at him. He wanted to be in a regular defense. And there again, they had some blown coverages last week on some big 3rd down plays. And then you go again, guys wide open. You got to cinch that up, especially at this time in the playoffs. And I know Coach Cooper wants that to happen. So let's watch the Ridgeview defense in the secondary. Are they able to maintain and be in the right coverages?
We'll dip below 6 minutes here right now. 1st and 10, Independence working the clock on this series. Reed goes in motion. They pitch it to Reed. He's got some room outside. Reed turns it up. A nice open field tackle out there. A really good tackle made out in the open field by Dalen Warren. But we're going to see some speed tonight, Kern County, no doubt about it. Offense and defense. Very fast game tonight.
Yes, sir, my friend. And you're going to see Reed right there. What should have been a short game, but like you said, Vance, his speed allows him to pick up about 5 yards. So you're right. We're going to see some athletes. Last week we saw some athletes on one side of the ball and Edison dominant. We're going to see them on both sides of the ball tonight in this game.
Second and 4. Hodges looking to do it himself. Won't get the first, but he'll pick up a couple. And that'll bring up about 3rd and 2. First quarter action, the score is 7-7. Good to have you here, everybody. I'm Vance Palm, joined by Brian Adams. High school football game of the week, brought to you in its entirety. Only place in Kern County you watch a football game from start to finish. Hope you're enjoying this one already. 7-7, shaping up to be a very, very well-matched Division III semifinal. And one of these teams will play for the Valley Championship next week. We'll dip below 5 minutes here in a second. Moore in motion. Hodges keeps it, burrows his way up for a first down to the 30-yard line, and he gets it. Nice play selection.
Well, Vance, I think the linebackers for Ridgeview are going to be essential tonight. You know, we've seen Robbie Watson have some monster games from the linebacker position, but they're going to have to really shore up that middle because you see Hodges likes to stay right in there tight with those lines and almost go like he's off tackle and wedge in there. So they're going to have to be very aggressive and take on the blockers.
You know, when I reminisce and I think about that last name Hodges, I think about the purple and gold team down there.
Oh, yes, sir. He used to have some, Bryson had some huge games.
They're going to go to the corner here, and it is, almost a dandy. Almost a beauty. Intended out there for
Derek Check out there, and he's a dual sport kid, good basketball player, Vance, and almost brings in a one-hand catch. You know, and he's a kid, Vance, that has come on over the year developing as a football player.
Tevin out there guarding him, so there's a matchup of some really nice athletes.
You know, and Tevin had good coverage, but that's where the pass sometimes can just be just perfect, and I like the throw that Hodges made right there.
2nd and 10, again at the 30-yard line. Moore in motion. They pitch to Moore. Moore's going to look to get outside, see if he can get a pickup block from Reed. Gets a nice block from Reed, and that sprung him for about another 13 yards. So well-executed play by the Falcons.
Well, Vance, they get that little toss sweep right there going, Vance, off that off that motion. And then you see Reed does a great job of engaging in the block, opens that hole up, and Moore, you know, whether he's running the ball, Vance, or catching the ball, he does a good job of picking up those first downs.
Now the view you're seeing this at home is the view we get. We're on the north scissor lift. Mark Jones manning the camera for us there, and we are right above the action. 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Hodges has everybody up tight. Reed goes behind him. Hodges wants to go to the air. Throws it. Oh, goodness. Throws it. Fumble!
They called incomplete.
Oh, goodness. And the Ridgeview Wolfpack are saying, wait a second, he intercepted that and took off with it, and then the fumble. Watch this, Kern County.
Well, they won't have any replay at the high school level, Vance.
Ooh.
But I'll tell you this, I've seen this happen. You don't get a pick, and you give up a touchdown sometimes.
Well, that was thrown, right into the hands of Dalen Warren. This is 2nd and 10 now, right below us on the 13-yard line. Reed again in motion. Hodges has the option if he needs it, decides to keep it, cuts up field, gets to about the 7-yard line. That Ridgeview defense has their hands full trying to read that play and read the mind of Hodges.
And he's a crafty runner, Vance. You see right there the cut back against the grain, and he's able to pick up a good, 5 yards, Vance. So 3rd and 5, they're back and manageable where they can run the ball, or Vance, they can pass it.
3rd and 4 officially. 3:20 left in this first quarter. What a nice start to a really, really classic matchup here by two Southwest teams. I formation for the Falcons. And it's Hodges that fakes to the lead back and then goes ahead and rams his way up for a first down. It will be 1st and goal.
They mark him a little short, Vance.
Oh!
I like to see that one again because I thought maybe that he got closer to the first down than that. But maybe his knee is down, Vance, and we can't see it.
Yikes.
We can't see from there, that angle. But you had to figure they were going on 4th down. And you got to watch a hard count right here.
Well, Independence has to watch the hard count too.
No kidding.
I formation, 4th and inches. They can still get a first down. Do they get it? Oh, a big hit by the Wolfpack, and Hodges tries to lunge forward. Will he get it? No, they don't. First down, Wolfpack. Wow.
Great penetration by the Ridgeview Wolfpack, man. But I'm going to tell you something. I'm not liking the spotting. Watch this. I mean, they're marking down. And again, the ball's here. He fights, he reaches. Look how far he reaches out with the ball, and look where the marking is. That's 2 suspect spots, Vance, by the officials, in my opinion. And but it's going to be a turnover with Ridgeview, and Ridgeview is going to see if they can go 95.
The first one we saw was well past the fumble. The first one we saw was well past the first down marker. And in that second one, we thought we would see the lunge.
But don't discredit the Ridgeview Wolfpack defense, Vance.
No way.
Because they got great penetration on that drive, and right there hit Moya in the knee. He just really wasn't ready for the ball, it looked like.
2nd and 12, a loss of 2. Cotton Moya has Tripp behind him. They give it to Tripp. He's hit hard and brought down, still behind the original line of scrimmage at about the 4-yard line. So now it's 3rd and 10 or 11 for Ridgeview. So fans really getting treated to a really exciting first quarter of football here. We're tied up 7 apiece. It started with a 1st and 10 handoff, a quarterback keeper, and Hodges took it the distance, 80 yards, and then Ridgeview comes back with a great drive. Now it's 3rd and 10, deep in their own territory. Nobody jumps on the hard count. Cotton Moya, keeper, he cuts back up. Look how dangerous he is. He gets up to the 23-yard line, and just like that, nice little 18-yard jaunt for Cotton Moya. Wow.
You know, Vance, this is what makes him so tough. He's able to just cut back, great vision, and he has power to finish off runs as well, Vance. You know, he's probably, all the game we've seen, he's probably the best player I think we've seen so far this year overall.
I'm glad you said that because I told Coach Manny before the game started, we caught every game up to the semifinals right now, and I think all around the best player, best athlete on the field is number 3 for Ridgeview. Now, right behind him, who he hands it off to, is Brandon Tripp, who adds a potent 1-2 punch. And before we get other coaches or other families or other players or other schools upset with us, next Friday night we will hand out our AP awards.
We sure will.
We'll cover.
We'll hand them out on air.
Right. We'll cover a lot of players from a lot of positions, but this is our third or fourth game cover in Ridgeview. We've seen Ridgeview a lot. And I can tell you this, Kern County, Kamari Cotton-Moya is good.
And the only other kid I've seen this year that is on his athletic level is Hayes at BHS, where I would say they're on that same athletic level.
Cotton-Moya, the quarterback, is who we're talking about. Hard counts, nobody goes. He hands off to Tripp. Tripp goes to the right side. Tripp looking to get outside. He gets brought down out there by Hodges, so a flag comes in late, and I think it's going to be a face mask towards the back part of the play.
And I think we're going to see a face mask here at the end of this play, Vance. And here's Tripp. I mean, this is what makes him so tough. Then Tripp comes with this hard power running, and you're going to see he's going down right there, hitting the face. It wasn't a violent grab, but it hit him in the face mask by DJ Reed, and they called it.
1st and 10, and that's it for the first quarter, 7-7. We'll be back in a moment with the second quarter on Bright House Networks Bakersfield. What a great start.
Bright House Networks is helping its customers stay connected in more places they spend time by making Wi-Fi access available in downtown Tehachapi. Bright House Networks Wi-Fi will let any Wi-Fi enabled device connect to the internet. Roadrunner subscribers will get the service free in Tehachapi or at any of our other Wi-Fi locations. Learn more about Bright House Networks Wi-Fi at www.brighthouse.com.
Remember their first sleepover? They called just to say goodnight. Then it was the curfew call to let you know they were on their way. Now they're on their own. And with Bright House Network's home phone, staying in touch is just a phone call away, anytime, anywhere. Add home phone for as low as $10 per month and enjoy unlimited calling, plenty of free features, and proven reliability. So you can call just to say hello. Learn more at brighthouse.com/phone.
Welcome back, everybody. Vance Palm alongside Brian Adams. Bright House Networks High School Football Game of the Week. Week 3 of the playoffs, semifinals, Division 3. We are at Ridgeview High School. On the right side of your screen, you see Ridgeview breaking out of the offensive huddle. Gold pants, purple jerseys. On defense, the left side of your screen, the Independence Falcons, silver, white, and Merlot. As the whistles blow before the play is called. We just came from the quarter break, so I'm not sure what the call is. And a false start before they approach the football, and Coach Manning wants an explanation. Oh, we had a player whose chin strap wasn't strapped, and they came to the line that way. So now it's 1st and 15.
Wow.
Kamari Cotton-Moya, boy, you talk about an astute official. Moya wants to go to the air, has guys open, but can't break free of the sack. And Coach Manning is livid.
And great play right there by Walker Vance, and I think Austin Allman, I think the other player in there. You know, you're going to see right here, a little play action. But no, I'm sorry, that is Brandon Robinson and Michael Walker. They never gave him on the play. And that's one of the few times I've seen somebody take him down. Usually he rolls up out of that and ends up making a play with his legs or his arm.
Well, Coach Manning was livid as the play wasn't even finished yet, and he was having a very serious chat with his two wide receivers that were running the route. And we'll never know the inside information on that one, but they didn't enjoy that, I'll guarantee it. 2nd and 20. Now Cotton-Moya is going to try to make it up on his own, which he can do. Gets brought down at about the 47, 48-yard line from behind, but, you know, he gets 12, 13 yards on his own.
Well, Vance, that's the luxury you have when you have a Cotton-Moya. You know, 2nd and 20, you can just say keep it and make the play for him, and he does right there. Makes a nice move on Reed. But great hustle there by Brandon Robinson, and that stopped that from being a big play of a first down or more.
And Robinson tomahawked it. It almost came out. So two very well-coached football teams. We're seeing a great job by Coach McEwen and Coach Manning. 3rd and 9, beginning of the second quarter. Cotton Moya on a keeper. He's going to get stretched out. Takes a couple guys head on, and he won't get the first down, but it's a really nice run. Wow, Kern County, just watch this outside as great defenders and a great quarterback, running back just go at it. Good football right here.
Well, Vance, good blocking, good straight arm. Good hesitation move there, into power. You know, Vance, he's going to really come alive, and the longer he gets the ball, the longer he goes, the tougher he gets. You know, they're going to measure now and see if he has a first down or not.
They're going to say 4th and, well, the 4th down marker is out. It's going to be awfully close where this came down. Where it came down, where we saw him come down, it was short of the first down. But
well, it was 3rd and 9, right, when it first started.
It was 3rd and 9.
So let's see how short he is. If he's short, you know. You said McEwen's doing a great job with Independence.
He's not going to get this one. It's about what we thought. 4th and about a yard, 4th and about a, I don't know, a foot and a half. So
I said they're going for that.
You know that.
They are going for that, that's for sure.
$10-17 remains in this first half. Really nice football game. Independence started off 1st and 10 after receiving the kickoff. And on the first play from scrimmage, Hodges took it in 80 yards to start this thing off. And then Ridgeview methodically moved down the field rather quickly. Cotton Moya ran one into the left corner. And then Independence with a great long drive gets it down in the neighborhood on the sidewalk at the front door of the end zone, didn't get it in. And now we're watching the return drive by Ridgeview on a 4th and inches. Cotton Moya in the shotgun. No hard count. Cotton Moya goes to his right side and he picks it up. Nice job by Independence. He didn't get a lot, but he got enough.
You said it right, Vance. He got what he needed.
Right.
You know, and again, he just going the whole time. Blocking the point attack. Tripp gets man on color, opens up a big hole. Almost
Hodges
a great
with the
play
hit
there by the safety coming in, Hodges, but just a little too late. Nothing you can do about that. 1.5 yards, and you don't get that penetration by the line, almost impossible to stop him.
Two rivals geographically, 2.5 miles separates them. One on Old River Road, the other on Stein. Here's a 1st and 10. And the ball is handed off to Tripp up the middle, and Tripp gets about 2 or 3 yards. We're still in the first half, 9.5 left in the second quarter. As we mentioned, not a lot of teams left in the playoffs here in Kern County, but these are two that are. Some of the other games taking place tonight.
You know, Garcia's still alive, Vance. They have a chance, you know, should probably win Division II title this year.
Well, the interesting part there, Brian, is, you know, Garcia takes on Sunnyside tonight, but West at Sanger. You and I talked about West, and this is no surprise to us that West High School is where they are. Brian and I are not shocked at all. We've seen them play. They're a talented football team. Talk about talent. What about Brandon Tripp, who picks up 9 or 10 yards there, and nice first down for Ridgeview. But let's go back to West High for a moment. We saw them play. We talked to Wyatt Ross down on the field during that game, and he said, fellas, I'm going to tell you right now, I have not worked with a coach in a lot of years that knows as much about every single position on the football field as Coach Camps does. And they've gone on a running spree here and really moved that football well. So West High at Sanger tonight, big game.
Yeah, you know, Vance, and one thing about them is we saw them, they were athletic. You know,
fast.
How well they play as a team and manage their emotions is yet to be seen, but they were very athletic.
Tripp, handoff up the middle. He's stopped at the 20. Whistle hasn't blown yet. And finally, the whistle blows after he gets up to about the 17-yard line. Looks like forward progress stopped right here, but Tripp says, no, I'm going to keep on going. He keeps moving those legs and moving those legs, and finally he gets brought down at about the 17-yard line, brings up 2nd and 2. Under 8 to go here in the first half. Cotton Moya looks over at the coaching staff, and Coach Manning finally says, call a timeout, will you? Call a timeout. So he does. So with 7:43, Liberty High School is at number 4, Fresno Central, and Edison, who we saw last week, is up at Clovis North. And then we talked about the Division II semifinals. Garces 10-1. Their only loss was at Griffith Field when they had VHS and let them get in. They host Fresno Sunnyside tonight, and Sanger will host West tonight. We're calling Ridgeview Independence. And then Division IV, Chowchilla travels to Wasco, but Bakersfield Christian still in the hunt.
And
at
Wasco's down
Mission
early,
Oak.
man. I mean, Wasco's up early, I'm sorry.
Of course.
14-0 and rolling on Chowchilla.
And that does it for our local teams. So you never know, never know. They're back from the timeout called with a 2nd and 2. They're right below us. That view you're getting is our view. Cotton Moya fakes the trip, keeps it. He gets strung out to the far side, but gets the first down. It'll be 1st and 10 from about the 13 with 7.5 remaining here in this first half.
Well, you know, Vance, right there, we say another first down, and they just keep rolling the sticks on them. And, you know, that's the thing they can do at Ridgeview. They can just kind of just methodically move down the field on you, and then they can just, boom, hit you for a 60, 70, 80-yard play.
Very dangerous team. Coach Manning and his staff, seems like every year they're playing after Thanksgiving. 1st and 10. Cotton Moya has Tripp behind him. Handoff to Tripp, gets stretched out. Tripp looks for the end zone, finally brought down by Moore. Moore makes a nice hit, but not until about a 6 or 7 yard piece of grass gets chewed up by this Ridgeview offense. Another nice job by Tripp.
You know, Vance, and right there, great play by both players. You know, Vance, and you said it one time. You said it, Vance, that they're just playing like every year after Thanksgiving under Coach Manning.
2nd and 3. Hard count, nobody goes. Moya keeps it, wants Tripp to block for him, and he barges his way up to another first down. Now it's going to be 1st and goal from about the 2-yard line. So Ridge right now, as Brian said.
Replay, if we can go real slow in this replay and stay slow, you're going to see the difference. The Independence players are in position, but they don't attack. They get attacked, and that's why they get the first down. They were already in position with 3 of them, but they waited, and they took the brunt of his force right there as Cotton Moya bowled through them.
That's why he's the captain of this deal, Brian Adams. Cotton Moya on a 1st and goal from the 2. Looks like he wants to take it in himself, but he says, go ahead, Tripp. But doesn't happen. Nice job by Independence. Holds on. That defense has been on the field a long time now, and it's only the first half as Brandon Tripp gets it closer and closer to the goal line.
Again. And this the same thing, same play, but watch now. You're going to see the players attack
Boom.
from the Falcon defense as opposed to catching, waiting for the players to turn into them.
2nd and goal from the 2.
It's Moya time. Cotton Moya right, or Cotton Moya, oh no, they gave it to Tripp. Oh, that was nice. Nice play.
Touchdown, touchdown.
And I like the way Tripp, Vance, he just ran through everybody. He was determined that time to score. I mean, could you imagine being a defensive coordinator? What are you going to call? If you focus on Tripp, Cotton Moya will kill you. You think Cotton Moya might get the ball, then Tripp goes in, and he runs powerfully through everybody. So 13-7 now with the Wolfpack.
There's the PAT. It's up and it's good. So 14-7, as Brian just mentioned. Ridgeview up over Independence. Independence will get an opportunity to have the football again. Let's not forget, they got it down to about the 4-yard line, Independence did. So they're looking to get that football back. And there's Tripp into the end zone. And
there she is. There's only one lady I know probably that tall is going to carry that flag for Ridgeview High School. See if we can get her face. But I believe that's Erica McCall right there, the Stanford Cardinal to beat.
wow. Only the best, as President Jimmy Carter said. Only the best. We bring you McCall carrying the flag at Ridgeview.
I think that's her. I can't tell, but I don't know if they're going to be that tall.
You know, someone else that Coach Manning was talking about was the sophomore Previon Alexander, and said, Vance, he's scary good for being a second year in high school.
Well, Vance, we've seen him make some plays against South and some other ones earlier this year. His ability to intercept balls and to cause, to fill holes at that not really a safety linebacker that drops back, but he does a great job of playing an attacking football style.
He stands right next to the kicker, Drummond Persons. Here's the kick, and it's taken by Moore at the 18-yard line. Could be a good return here. Moore gets up to about the 35, 36-yard line. So nice job, good return, good field position. So 1st and 10 from the 36. Moore will take it for Independence. You're watching Bright House Network's high school football game of the week. We're excited to be with you the night after Thanksgiving. Hope everybody had a nice time with their family and friends. I know I had a great time at my sister's house. Had a nice Thanksgiving meal with the Damerons, and I ate quite a bit, my man. I've been working out pretty regularly. Been doing the P90X Beachbody, eating right, doing the whole thing. But boy, oh boy, did I get serious yesterday at that table. Moore in motion. Hodges has the option if he needs it, decides to keep it, cuts upfield, and Hodges gets 8 out of it. And that defense had to wait to the very last second to see what Hodges was going to do, and he got 8.
He sure did, Vance, and I'll tell you, I'm really enjoying watching both these quarterbacks operate their offenses. They're very smart with the ball, and I like the way they really are patient when they run, Vance, and they run with strength and speed.
You're
so
right.
great quarterbacking by both players.
.444 and ticking off here. Independence trails 7-14. Hodges looks over at the sidelines for the very, very last possible second he can get a call in. He has one running back behind him. It's Ely. He sends Moore in motion. And, boy.
I don't know about that.
The snap got off.
How do you have a delayed game when the ball is snapped before you even throw a flag or blow a whistle?
Well, Coach McEwen's wondering the same thing. He's like, hey, we're running towards the sidelines. Ouch.
Wow.
Ouch. Well, when I said he was waiting for the last possible second, I thought he got it in, but possibly not. So now it's 2nd and 8. Those little stingers can get to you, you know?
Well, I think so, man. You just can't keep forward and lose yardage like that.
Hodges goes back to the well. Gets maybe a couple, but that's going to bring up 3rd and a really tough, stingy 5 yards right now.
Wow, right there, just nowhere to run to.
We'll dip below 4 minutes here. Good look at the coaching staff for the Wolfpack, and it's going to be 3rd, and as I said, a tough, stingy 5, Brian.
Well, look how big those 5 yards are now, Vance. Instead of 1st down, you're 3rd and 5. And, you know, well, may get the 5 now.
Well, tit for tat. They get the encroachment. Look at that. By the way, that camera angle that you're seeing from the South Scissor Lift, we have a very special guest with us tonight on the South Scissor Lift camera. The boss, Edward Dick, manning that camera.
Yes, sir.
You'd have thought he threw one of his guys out of the truck and got there's Edward, looking very statesman-like. Nice to have Edward with us this evening. 1st and 10. Now Hodges takes a look. He's got new life now, doesn't he, Cap?
He sure does. He needs those 5 yards.
More. And Hodges keeps it. Look out, Kern County. Hodges gets up to about the 25. Touchdown saving tackle out there. And had it not been for William Robertson, that would have been 6. Hodges is a speedy, speedy guy.
I mean, once he decides he explodes through the whole Vance and then Robertson and then Keaton right there, they're going to make sure he gets down. But, you know, you don't want your secondary players making tackles that far down the field, Vance.
And you're right. Tevin was right there as well. Would have been one of those two that got him, but what a big gain. And the 5 yards gets marched against them for delay of game, and then the 5 yards for the encroachment. You young coaches and young players out there, they all count.
Yes, they do.
Reed in motion. They pitch it to Reed, but he has nowhere to go. He tries to stretch it out. They knock him out of bounds, and very close to a late hit. They don't call it. Reed was well out of bounds, took one in the back, but they didn't call it.
I thought they were going to throw it too, Vance. Earlier in the year, they were throwing flags for that.
They
but right here, nowhere to go, like you said, but his speed, Reed's speed just outran the coverage there by the defense, and he's able to easily got pushed well out of bounds. But he's okay, goes on the track.
Well, you're right, Brian.
I would just play them, Vance, really, for Preston to keep the ball. If I was on defense, I'd make the other guys beat me.
Ely stands behind Hodges. Strong left side, even stronger now. They give the ball to Ely. He tries to grind something out up the middle, and we're talking right in the middle between the hash marks. So 2:49 and counting. Make no mistake about it. The tick-tock of that clock is right in the independent coach's ears right now, too. They've got a lot of time, but it can disappear quickly. 2nd and 8 from the 11-yard line. They can still get a first down.
They better get to going, Vance. You know, I mean, I know they, like you said, they're trying to use all the clock, but I wouldn't take a chance on getting another penalty here.
Derek Check way out in the right corner. Malcolm Johnson in the left corner. In motion, Reed. They go to Ely again. They try to catch Ridgeview off guard up the middle. Nothing doing. Makes a 3rd and long. A tough call now for Independence Falcons.
Well, right there, Vance, they hand the ball off, and Robbie Watson's right there to say, nope, I'm not having any of that. Sit on down. Try it again. 3rd and 5. You got to keep your eyes really on Hodges in this situation, Vance, because he can beat you with his arm or his leg.
Double slot. One of them moves. That's Reed. Hodges, just like Brian said, try to sneak in, still on his feet. Hodges bulls his way up to about the 4-yard line. Boy, that's a nice run by Preston Hodges.
They're putting 4th down up again. I mean, this block right here. Watch this, Vance.
Oh, they got his face mask.
Yeah.
You're right.
I mean, you call the other one.
Well,
they
tough
gotta
run.
get some consistency going on from the officiating crew, Vance, in my opinion. Your spotting has been a little suspect. And then here's the face mask. And you're going to see these all on the face mask.
Wow.
I mean, it's not even close. And then you call one that was really incidental. And I think the spotting has been suspect.
Well, timeout on the field, and I figured someone was going to call it, but they got it to the line of scrimmage, and then finally, the timeout was called.
Now, if you're Ridgeview, those guys, you have to be sitting in there and holding your stance. I know you want to attack and really get across and get that penetration, but be leery because they're going to try to probably hard count you.
So they're going to go for the hard count, we think. You never know. Sometimes teams just run up to the ball real quick and go fast. So either way, that Ridgeview defense has proven themselves. What are you looking at, Cap?
And that's Josh Powell right there. He was talking to his secondary player right there. He's a former Ridgeview athlete himself. went to San Jose State where he's a big-time player and played a little professional football in the arena leagues. And
nice.
Has come back and gives back and does some, like the UFC type fighting now. He's into that.
Mixed martial arts.
Yes, mixed martial arts has a
All
big
right,
fight.
big
on the
play
15th.
right here. Hard count, and they got him to go. Are you kidding me?
Vance, we just talked about it. You have to be ready. I mean, this isn't even close right there.
Well, Alejandro Pulido, we hate to call your name, hate to do it, because you guys are playing such a well-fought, well-played game out here, but that's a big one. First and goal from the 2. Independence crowd. Nice, nice crowd. Made the long drive from 2.5 miles away. Now they send more in motion. Hodges wants to jam at him himself, but I'll tell you what, Ridgeview, Brian, all eyes are on Hodges. All eyes are. The flag comes out.
And that's what they should be, Vance. You're right. They should have all eyes on them.
And some nonsense taking place after the whistle, some chicanery, some misdirected anger, and it goes against Ridgeview. So not a real harsh penalty in the reality of it. It's just there was only 2 yards to go anyway, so they get another shot at it basically.
But it puts you back at first down again,
Right,
so
right.
it gives you extra down.
And there we see it right here. Here's a couple of guys, and I don't know why he's not called for grabbing or holding Nick Scott.
Yeah,
but
lineman just, I've never seen that. That's just a suplex right there, Vance. I know we're doing WWE out here.
Well, here we go.
I
Back
guess
to
to
first
make it up for those lack of spots and the face mask was just turned the one other way.
It's all internal, right, Brian? It's all internal. First and goal from the 2. Ely right behind Hodges. Everybody has their eyes on that quarterback. Even if he fakes the handoff, they're still looking at him. And again, he tries to get in. And he does. Touchdown, Independence. How many times can they give him?
Both these quarterbacks are just hard to tackle. It's like you have them wrapped up, and they just spin off you or power through you. And great job right there. Independence coming back, answering to that touchdown scored by Ridgeview.
Even as much as we talk about it and joke about it, that all eyes are on Hodges, he still is the one to jam it in there.
Yeah.
And he was hit early. Great penetration by that defense, but the PAT is up. It's good. Hey, Kern County, we're tied up at 14 with less than 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, I can tell you what I'm not going to do if I'm the Independence team kicking off, and that is kick the ball to Cotton Moyle.
Don't even come near him if you're Independence, because if he gets his hands on it, he can get it up to the 30 or the 20.
I mean, just great effort right there by Hodges.
I know we may have some listeners out there, some viewers out there that are mentioning the fact that, wow, Vance and Brian already talked about Kamari Cotton-Moya being the best player out there in the league. Well, the Valley, let us tell you why we say that. We've seen him play a lot of times now. We've covered Ridgeview 3 or 4 times, and every single game we've covered, he has been the most dominant athlete on the field, period. Even when they lost to Frontier the first game of the season.
Oh, and Vance, you know, and this is him doing this, and he's not even playing on the other side of the ball, where we've seen him in the past years make huge plays in the secondary.
Great point, Brian. He's focusing on offense. So we say that, but Preston Hodges is down there saying, hey, fellas, look at the scoreboard. We're tied up 14. Here comes the kick. Good idea. They keep it on the 30. And, uh-oh. Well, they held him up. They got him at about the 35-yard line, but they kicked it to as dangerous of a player in Dalen Warren. So with half a minute left exactly, it's going to be at the 35-yard line, so 65 yards to go in 30 seconds. Warren was stalling for a second like he had seen something, like he saw an opening, but that Independence defense did a nice job of covering it up. So here we go. 1st and 10, half a minute exactly left here in the first half. The ball is on their own 35. Independence defense now is trying to close this thing down, but Cotton Moya is in the backfield by himself. And he wants to run it, and Cotton Moya looking for some big yardage. Cotton Moya gets back outside, and he gets out of bounds. So Brian, this is exactly what we said. He can do a lot very quickly.
Now this will be interesting who the penalty's on.
Well, was there a flag?
Oh yeah, he threw a flag. Unsportsmanlike conduct.
So he got him late in the deal. And
oh, he bumped into the official, Vance, on accident.
Oh, so no flag.
No, they threw the flag. Oh, they called it on Ridgeview. Go, can we get that
I'm
replay
confused.
again?
I'm confused.
The end of it.
I didn't see the flag, and that could be just because I was watching something else.
I saw the flag well after the play was over.
So here comes Cotton Moya doing what he does best, just taking the life out of a defense.
Yeah, they didn't call it. It's nothing rare. They didn't call anything for that. It happened back. It was the other angle you had, not that angle. The other angle we had before.
Well, it goes against Ridgeview. 22 seconds. So unsportsmanlike conduct call that none of us saw on the naked eye, but we may be able to catch it through our television eye. Now Cotton Moya wants to go to the air. We think he floats one out, and he throws it 80 yards, but the receiver was 70 yards away.
Well, Reed did a great job having great position and fighting the receiver, keeping him off the field from catching the ball.
Here's the prior play. And
it's not in the play. It's not even after he's on the ground. It's going to be afterwards. It's going to be somewhere between as we keep coming rolling. I know we got a play coming up, but hopefully they call timeout. See, it's something that happened there. And 2 did something, and then he called it on number 2 from Ridgeview.
Well, something was said, and my guess is that it was maybe mentioned about
persons.
And well, a person has the football now.
He might be able to make it back up. Get him
oh, big hit. Hodges hits Persons hard with 6 seconds left. So that plays in the past. Whatever that call was, it was. But here's a look at Cotton Moya. Bobbles the snap, wasn't even looking. Gets it to Persons right here. But look at this hit, Kern County, that Hodges lays on Persons at the end of this play. Hodges, you can't even see him in your camera. Then bow. Big hit. 6 seconds, 1st and 10. For all intents and purposes, they've got an opportunity here just to dodge this one. If you're Independence or if you're Ridgeview, they might try to hurl it up there and see what happens. Cotton Moya by himself. Don't kid yourself, everybody. He could run it in from there. And a flag is thrown, and it's going to be delay of game, so Ridgeview didn't get the playoff in time, so now it just goes back to midfield to the 50-yard line. Yikes.
Yeah, and man, I'm telling you, he can throw the ball. He can wing it pretty good.
We saw that.
I would just take a chance, see if he can't get one down there and you make a play.
1st and 15 from the 50. Cotton Moya looking for a little bit of protection back there. Let's see if his line can, and more movement.
Well, they might be going 5 again.
And it's a false start against Ridgeview, so they're really bumming themselves out right now.
Or try a hook and lateral.
The further back they go, the more inclined they are to go down on a knee and say, let's get out of here.
No kidding on that, huh, man?
Fumble one back here, and they pick it up and run it back. I don't think so. Not with that talented young man back there. He drops back, and he's going to try to do it on his own. Then he stops and hurls it. This could be picked off. Oh, my goodness, it almost goes through the hands of DJ Reed and right into the hands of the waiting Ty Johnson. That almost would have been a huge turn of events. We'll go to break, but we'll show you this one. Cotton Moya thought he might try to run it. He says, nah, it's all clogged up. Let me pull it back. He hurls it up here, and then this we thought was going to be picked off. Oh! Almost intercepted, and then almost caught for a touchdown. Well, that does it for the first half. 14-14, what a football game on Bright House Network's Bakersfield. Back in a moment with the third quarter.
At Bright House Networks, we don't want to be seen as just a cable company. We hope to be considered a friend, the kind of friend who's in your community, helping out where and when we can, and who can make rainy nights in better than a night out. The kind who lets you conquer worlds from your bedroom and bring old friends together even though they're worlds apart. That's just the kind of friend we are. Bright House. Hello, friend.
Bright House Networks is helping its customers stay connected in more places they spend time by making Wi-Fi access available in downtown Tehachapi. Bright House Networks Wi-Fi will let any Wi-Fi enabled device connect to the internet. Roadrunner subscribers will get the service free in Tehachapi or at any of our other Wi-Fi locations. Learn more about Bright House Networks Wi-Fi at www.brighthouse.com.
At Bright House Networks, we don't want to be seen as just a cable company. We hope to be considered a friend, the kind of friend who's in your community, helping out where and when we can, and who can make rainy nights in better than a night out. The kind who lets you conquer worlds from your bedroom and bring old friends together even though they're worlds apart. That's just the kind of friend we are.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter action here. Ridgeview hosting Independence. We're tied up at 14. Independence will kick off to Ridgeview, and it's got about 6 degrees cooler. I don't know that for a fact, but it sure feels like it. It's chilly now. Here's an 8-iron. It's kicked off and goes out of bounds. Well played by the Ridgeview Wolfpack. Could have caught it about the 18, but it took a bounce and goes out of bounds, so it'll be a penalty against Independence. And, Brian, that's about as frustrating as it gets for an Independence coaching staff to come out after halftime, tied up 14-all, and kick it out of bounds.
Well, Vance, they were just trying to do a little pooch kick and hoping somebody would field it, but they didn't, and it took a fortunate roll for Ridgeview and went out of bounds. You know, Vance, I was looking at the Independence roster, and I was like, they're missing a kid. Remember Ellis? He had a huge game that night. Very fast and speedy kid.
Number 4.
Yeah, he is hurt. He had an ACL surgery on Tuesday, and we wish him the best.
You're
and our prayers
right.
with him that he recovers because he was a big-time playmaker for him.
Cotton Moya on a keeper, has a ton of room, makes a good move, gets outside at the 40. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown. Kamari, Cotton Moya. And they picked up a big block, huge block to spring him free by Drummond Persons.
Oh, huge block. We just saw the end of it, Vance. And right there, DJ comes in with bad position. He's inside. You have to be outside in, force him back to the coverage, but he hits the Jets and it cools him off and says, hey, you can't catch me, fellas. Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt about it, Vance. We talked about this duo tonight, battling each other. The first half, Preston Hodges goes 80, and right there was a 35-yard line, so yeah. 65 for Moy, Cotton Moy on his first touch of the second half. So we'll turn the reins back over to the other great quarterback, and let's see if he can answer. Because we have dueling banjos, Vance, and we have dueling quarterbacks.
Gone. First
now,
play of
once he hits
each
that
half.
sideline, Vance, that's all she wrote. I mean, nobody's going to catch him. Yeah, great job right there by the offense. Ridgeview getting key blocks. You know, give Tripp credit. He sold it so hard when he ran. A clump of defenders came after him, and that's exactly how you want to open it up right there if you are Ridgeview High School.
Third quarter action. Garces tied up 26-26.
I know, I heard that I saw it on my Twitter right there, fans, and I was like, wow.
What's your Twitter handle?
My Twitter handle is badams146.
badams146. All right, ball taken at the 22-yard line. Moore. Oh, and he throws it back. One of the most ill-advised things I may have ever seen ever. What in the world?
He was trying to go to Hodges. Now, I've seen the throwback where you throw it back as a pass, so you have a zip on it, but I've never seen the lollipop
chest pass.
Toss. You're going to see right here more.
Crazy.
I mean,
that wasn't even a chest pass.
That's what I said. That's how your little kids throw basketballs in the backyard to you right there.
Wow. And Hodges had to fall on it, and he was thinking to himself, what in the world?
It had to go in slow motion to him, you know.
That ball was coming at him like a half a mile an hour, like hurry, 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 hurry. Well, we say all that, but now Moore gets a chance to redeem himself. He lowers the shoulder and says, I'm mad and you're going to feel it. But Ridgeview stays tough and it brings up 2nd and 10.
Advance right there, good pitch to Moore, but look at Drummond Pearson, just comes up and just stalwarts him and puts him down. Great job right there.
Second and 9. Hodges throws it out to Moore. Crazy pitch at the last second, and Moore gets shoved out of bounds down by the cheerleaders. He's okay, but a last-second option pitch by Hodges.
Yeah, this is another strange one. I mean, Hodges is being held by Tripp, and he just says, hey, let me just throw it over there.
You get the sense that they're trying to do too much right now when they've got the talent, they've got the offense, they've got a good team.
Just settle down and
stay the course.
And do what you yeah, exactly, Vance.
3rd and 3. Pitch to Moore. They're looking for that 3 yards. Can Moore get it? Moore thought about pitching it back again, I thought. Was that just me?
I don't know, man. I'm with you on that one.
Maybe I'm seeing things. It looks like Moore at the end of this was going to pitch it back.
Slow it up.
Oh, no, he just...
Yeah, my hand just pulled off, but it sure didn't look like he wanted to pitch it again.
Said, hey, my man, the turkey bowls were yesterday all over the city parks. All right, enough of that. I respect the world out of that coach over there on the Independent sideline. I don't want to get on his bad side. He's done a fantastic job. 1st and 10. They got the first. Hodges throws one out, and it's overthrown. They go to Moore again, so he's getting a lot of attention, John Moore. 2nd and 10. Penalty marker on the play. Flag is down. Let's see what it's all about. Just over the outstretched hands of Moore. Couldn't get it. Ooh.
Against the defense there.
So did it go against Ridgeview? Wow, it did. So now it's 1st and 10 for Independence at their own 45-yard line. So this thing's shaping up okay for Independence after a shaky kickoff return. Just underway in the 3rd quarter. Bright House Network's high school football game of the week. Hodges has Ely right behind him. Moore started in motion, then stopped. Hodges cuts back up against the grain, and he gets brought down right at the R in midfield, and that'll bring up second and maybe 8 or 9. Picked up a few.
Yeah. Hodges just kind of stops on a dime, cuts back up the field, and able to pick up a few yards, Vance, when it looked like he's going to get nothing at all.
Second and 9. Moore's in the slot this time. Hodges wants to go to his left. This time, Ridgeview defense does an incredible job. What a tackle.
And when Robbie Watson is playing linebacker like that, the Ridgeview defense is awfully tough because he can be a one-man wrecking crew with his ability to run and his strength as he just puts Hodges down for little or no gain on second down.
Third and 8. Got a timeout. Independence calls a timeout with 8:59. Let's take a look at our officials for the semifinals of Division III CIF football down here. And nice crew. The referee is Joe Saldivar. The umpire is Juan de Santiago. The head linesman, Carl Candler. The line judge, Albert Ferreira. And the back judge is Brandon Snyder. Thank you, fellas. Nice job. And they are out here the night after Thanksgiving calling semifinal of a playoff football game, doing a really good job. All right, timeout has come to an end. Football players are getting back out to the middle of the football field. It's a 3rd and 8. 8:59 remains in the third quarter. Ridgeview busted out of the gates at the beginning of the third quarter with a 65-yard jaunt down the right side by Kamari Cotton Moya. Was never really touched. Here we go, 3rd and 8. Big third down here in the third quarter. Hard count, and they say nobody jumped. Good job by Ridgeview. Now Independence has to run the play. Do they have it in their back pocket to call? Nobody's jumping. Hodges hands the ball off to
stripped
Ely,
out, Vance.
and Ely just gets crushed in the seam, and that'll bring up punt.
I'm not sure about this play right here, Vance. I mean, it's 3rd and long, and then you're going to do a dive? I mean, look at the penetration.
Well, that brings up 4th and 8. And
well, Vance, unless they didn't ever plan on punting and they were going to go for it anyway.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
This is huge right here, Vance, and I don't know if they can afford not to get this and go down 28-14 to the Wolfpack.
Well, they may try a hard count again and just go for the penalty. No, this time they go for it. Hodges has his man, and will it be a first? Oh, it's going to be close.
Yeah,
it's going to be so close.
First.
It's going to be so close. A great pitch and catch.
The spot's the first, Vance. I'm watching the right foot of the official over there. That spot's the first.
First down, Independence. Wow. What a great call and great execution. It's one thing to call it, it's another to pull it off.
And Moore does a good job catching the ball, knowing he's going to get hit.
Big hit right there by Tripp. Wow.
And there's Preston Alexander coming out of the finish. Man, wouldn't you like to be built like that when you're a sophomore in high school?
Previon came in hard.
I mean, Previon, I'm sorry.
Well, look at this, Brian. 1st and 10, under 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Reed out there with Hodges. Hodges cuts back up against the grain and gets it about the 42-yard line. They haven't put the ball up often, and when they do, it's counted.
They've been pretty accurate, Vance, pretty accurate with the pass. And now the Ridgeview defense, Vance, is doing a much better job of reading that little play and limiting Hodges to just short gains.
They motion to him, he's going to pitch. Hey, here we go. Hey, here we go. Pitch will go.
There's my man Cooper. Cooper's telling him exactly what he wants him to do, and hey, I like what he's doing. He's saying other guys are going to have to beat us, Vance. We're not going to allow Hodges to beat us.
Reed in motion, Hodges. They float one over the top, and his man is wide open, and it's Moore. What a catch. Moore outstretches the defender on the ground and then stretches out when the ball is in the air. What a nice pass by Hodges.
And Vance, he says, hey, you won't let me beat you with my legs? Well, take this with my arm.
Moore. And it's 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line, so it's about the 10.5-yard line. So he can. Oh, it's okay. Now they've got it back to the 11. He can actually get a. They can actually get a first down here. And here comes Independence answering the call.
And remember, they had a drive stopped in the first quarter. Vance driving just like this to score.
3 backs behind Hodges. He's looking for some blocking.
Flag
on the play, and this flag came instantly after the snap. And it is an illegal shift against Independence. So that'll make it 2nd and 15. No, they shouldn't charge them the first down. They shouldn't charge them the down.
First.
All right, very good. 1st and 15, very good. So that marks them back to the 16. So 1st and 15 from the 16. 6:50 remains in this third quarter. Independence with a must-score situation right now. I say that because of the opportunity presented themselves. This is a must-score situation. They're on the 16-yard line. They can still get a first down. Reed now, they'll go to the left side. They'll put it up in the air. He's got his man. Can he get in the end zone? And he does.
Yes.
He fights his way into the end zone. That's Malcolm Johnson. I'm very, very shocked that those aggressive, talented, strong DBs let Malcolm Johnson just push him in.
Vance, another good pass. But watch Malcolm Johnson, Vance. Well, he has a smaller defensive back to go against right there. And then Malcolm Johnson just comes in there, and he just uses his size against, I can't see his.
Whaley.
Is it Whaley 24? Dalen Warren.
Sorry,
so
Warren.
He's able to use the size of Warren, and by the time Keaton can come in, it's a little too late. But we have a ball game, fellas, here with 21-21, and neither team is flinching.
21 apiece with 6:42 left. Coach McEwen and his Falcons and Coach Manning and his Wolfpack.
Look at Coop. Coop is on that defense. He does not like getting all these points.
Well, Johnson
right here,
loses his
see,
footing.
Warren's right there, just too small. And then by the time they come in and get the help, I think Previon Alexander and Keaton is too late. He's a yard in the end zone.
So Hodges stamped his name on this game with the first carry of the game with an 80-yard run, but he's also had some really nice pass plays as well as Cotton Moya. So the quarterbacks, obviously the two stories of this game, as we knew they would be, but they've really delivered.
Well, Vance, I mean, right now, you got to give Preston Hodges some credit. He's throwing some nice passes, giving the receivers opportunities to run after the catch. Huge 4th down play when he threw it for the first down out there to Moore.
You're right.
Just a great job.
You're right. .642. Remaining here in this third quarter. And it's fair caught at about the 24-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10, Ridgeview. Well, partner, last week at this time, I was asking you about the SC-UCLA game, and I started it off with dun, 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 dun. You shot that Bryan Adams glare at me, and I was like, hey, I just want to know if they're going to put the sword in the grass at the Rose Bowl. You scoffed at that and said, hey, this is a pick'em. This game is a pick'em. My man, those Bruins took care of business. Coach Mora gets asked by Dan Patrick earlier this week if he thought, which player out of SC can make it to the pros, and he said, no offense, Dan, but I don't give a blankety blank about SC right now. So UCLA feeling it right now, as well as Brandon Tripp feeling it.
That's Cotton Moya.
Cotton Moya again. So as Cotton Moya chews up yards very quickly, let's hear about your Bruins, who tomorrow play the team that knocked off Oregon, UCLA at Stanford.
Oregon, and so the Cardinal coming in. As we see Moya go outside to the right, makes a guy miss, straight arms a guy, and then be able to get pushed out of bounds by Derek Check. But you know, Vance, it's the attitude he has him playing with, and it doesn't hurt, too, when you probably have one of the best freshman quarterbacks in the country.
Wow.
I mean, he's obliterating percentage completion this year. Just a great job he's doing, Hundley's doing as a quarterback. But again, the mindset has been changed in Westwood. You know, they're going to play physical football. They're going to be aggressive. You know, these are teams that how the Bruins played in the 80s and early 90s and up under even he was my offensive coordinator, then took over the head coach.
Carl Durrell.
No, not Carl Durrell. Before, oh, man, how can I forget his name?
Neuheisel?
No, not Neuheisel.
What?
Before Neuheisel and Durrell. He took over right after Donahue. Toledo.
Oh, yeah, right.
They played with that kind of passion there, too, so it's good to see.
We're speaking about the UCLA Bruins, where Brian played his college ball. They're hosting the Cardinal tomorrow. Brandon Tripp, flag on this play, though, and it's in that area of the football field where a flag almost always means holding. And here's the call. And it's going to be a holding call. And you got to hand it to this officiating crew. They are getting the calls to the head official very quickly, and they're getting the calls up to the booth very quickly, and it just keeps the flow of the game going. So nice job, fellas. So Brian's UCLA Bruins tomorrow hosting Stanford, SC hosting Notre Dame. Wow, not many good games on tomorrow, is there?
Hey, you know,
Florida
and then
at Florida State, Oregon at Oregon State, Baylor at Texas Tech.
Florida State, big game tomorrow. You know, and Cody Kessler, you know, you never know, man, when your opportunity come up, and I know he's going to stay prepared and be ready to go because there could be a short leash Saturday night in the Coliseum.
Cotton Moya, oh goodness, puts a big move in the middle of the football field and a late flag, and this was on the tackle.
Yeah, I think that's going to be another face mask, man. I call that the Ryan Matthews play. Remember Ryan Matthews at West? There was no intention of a pass being thrown, Vance.
Cotton Moya just takes a couple of defenders out of their cleats here midfield, and there's not much you can do. Watch this play. Here's a defender that comes up right about here, and then he lowers the boom right there. So, boy, he's tough to bring down. Now it's 1st and 10 at the Independence 27-yard line with 5:27 remaining in the third quarter. We are at Ridgeview High School. This is a Division III semifinal game between the Ridgeview Wolfpack and the Independence Falcons. They are separated by 2.5 geographical miles from the west to the east. They hand off to Tripp. Tripp cuts back against the grain, back upfield. Fumble!
Oh, they call him down. They call him down. Emphatically said he's down.
I say fumble, and the whistle comes out. You make the decision. I feel that the ball caused the fumble, so we'll see.
Well, watch here. And, you know, Tripp doesn't put the ball on the ground too often either, Vance. They can't tell from that angle, but it looked like his knee was down.
His knee was down, so 2nd and 8 with 4:38 and counting here in this third quarter. What a nice football game. We're tied up at 21 apiece. My name is Vance Palm, and I'm sitting next to Brian Adams, and we're both next to Mark Jones on the north scissor lift on the Ridgeview side of the football field. Cotton Moya keeps it, goes to the left, picks up a nice block out on the side, and gets brought down at about the 13-yard line. So another good open field block out there by Preston.
Well, here you go, Vance. They fake it to Tripp, and he's out there one-on-one, and I can't see what number that is, but did a great job, and that's Ely, I believe, who's able to make a one-on-one tackle against a dangerous Cotton Moya.
Sorry, Drummond Persons with the open field block. At the 4-minute mark, 1st and 10 from the 13, Ridgeview. Tripp to the right side. Tripp in trouble. This time Independence does a good job containing, throwing him for about a loss of a yard.
And good job there, too, again by Austin Allman and Derek Check, as they're going to put Tripp down. And then they got Tripp going away from the line of scrimmage, so his momentum could not be as powerful. But even still, it took 2 guys to bring him down. And we have here handoff to Tripp, and it's closed down again. But he's able to pick up a few yards, Vance, to make it about 3rd and maybe about 8, Vance, or 9, but
another good look at it here. You see that defense, and namely
Allman
Austin
again.
Allman again coming in there making a tough play. Brings up 3rd and 9. Interesting scenario as far as play calling, because 3rd and 9 from the 12. They can still get a first down. And Brandon Tripp stands to the left side of Cotton Moya. Strong left side as it stands. They're going to go completely to the left side. He loses his footing.
Allman.
Losing his footing. Allman there again. So it brings up about 4th and 11. I think he lost a couple yards. Maybe not.
And this will be interesting, Vance. Do you kick the ball and put 3 on the board, or you try to go for it on 4th down and put the ball in Moya's hands? You got to remember, this is where you have to be careful coming up on Moya, and this is where Shaq will eat you up on those little tight end plays.
I think we know Coach Manning well enough to know that there's no kick taking place right now. 4th and 9, what a huge play. Big, big play in this football game. Hard count, nobody goes. Cotton Moya wants to go to the air, fires it, and it's dropped.
Great defense, and great defense, Vance. Wow. And Moya tries to fit it in, and it's right there. That's in tight coverage.
Intended out there for William Robertson, and he's a great, great receiver. So Manning goes for the 4th and 9 pass play. And we see here at the very end of it, yeah, hit him right in the numbers. Right in the numbers. 1st and 10, Independence, and that Independence crowd just let out a roar, a huge raucous roar when that football hit the grass. 1st and 10, Hodges hands the ball off on a trap play, and not a bad start. They got at least 5 or 6 yards, and the whistle blew before that ball was out, so no fumble call there.
Well, Vance, each quarterback has had a big running play for a touchdown. Each defense has a huge stance deep in their own territory to force turnover on downs. So let's just see as this game goes on, who's going to make a mistake first, it seems like, Vance.
Well, 2nd and 5. They picked up 5 on that dive right there to Ely. And with 1:26 and counting, this is going to guarantees to be thrilling 4th quarter. Hodges comes up to the center. He has a couple of receivers way out to his right, top of your screen. They stay on the ground again. Another handoff to the left side, gets up to about the 20-yard line and makes it a manageable 3rd and 3. I know you like that, Brian. 3rd and 3, not bad.
Yeah, I love that, Vance, because you still can run anything in your arsenal.
They say it's 2 officially, so that's good. If you're an Independence fan, you're thinking, hey, 3rd and 2, I like it. However, if you're a Ridgeview fan, you know well enough that your defense can hold these guys and make it 4th and 2, and all of a sudden you got to punt the football. So I would say, in saying that, this is a massive 3rd down. Hodges wants to keep it himself. I don't know. Does he get it?
I think he has
close.
it, Vance.
And
at
they're going to
least by a
say,
yard.
they're going to say 1st down. Look at this. Hodges, there's another great weapon to have when it's 3rd and 2, you know?
Yeah, great job of blocking right there. 57, Vance. Can't see who that is off the bat, but
Michael
Pimentel did a great job of getting to the 2nd level and getting on Robbie Watson and tying them up.
That'll do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. 21-21 the score. Are you kidding? You can't go anywhere. You got to stay right there. This is Bright House Network's high school football game of the week. 4th quarter action coming up right after this.
At Bright House Networks, we don't want to be seen as just a cable company. We hope to be considered a friend, the kind of friend who's in your community, helping out where and when we can, and who can make rainy nights in better than a night out. The kind who lets you conquer worlds from your bedroom and bring old friends together even though they're worlds apart. That's just the kind of friend we are. Bright House. Hello, friend.
Bright House Networks is helping its customers stay connected in more places they spend time by making Wi-Fi access available in downtown Tehachapi. Bright House Networks Wi-Fi will let any Wi-Fi enabled device connect to the internet. Roadrunner subscribers will get the service free in Tehachapi or at any of our other Wi-Fi locations. Learn more about Bright House Networks Wi-Fi at www.brighthouse.com.
Here we go, 1st and 10 from their own 25. Independence digging out of a hole. They stopped the Wolfpack on a 4th and 9 at the goal line. And here come the Falcons. Hodges has an option if he needs it. He wants to keep it himself. And he slowed down just enough for his teammate, DJ Reed, to trip him up a little bit. And he says, hey, there was nowhere to go, and I ran into you. Sorry, buddy. He trips him up here at the end.
That little trip right there would have been the first down play.
But they pick up 7, so it's 2nd and 3. And Brandon Tripp hobbles off the sidelines over here, and that's no small news as he gets subbed in for right at the last second. Hodges, he just cuts it upfield and picks up a 1st down and gets up to the 40-yard line. So Brandon Tripp now.
Well, right now, Vance, we get a look at this. You're just going to see the Independence line just fire off, and they're just whipping the front right now. And somebody in Ridgeview has to just say, hey, enough is enough, boys. We're going to have to come in here and battle and start doing like they did some parts in that second quarter when they were more dominant on defense.
Attack.
Getting penetration and attacking. Exactly right.
11.5 remains here in this 4th quarter. 1st and 10 on their own 39-yard line. Hodges sends Reed in motion. Then they go up the middle again, and this time it's with Ely, and they don't get much.
See, that's a better job right there, Vance. You know, and like tonight, you know, to show you how the D-line for Ridgeview hasn't been on one of their better games, in my opinion. You know, we haven't called McKeel Clayton's name out once tonight, and he's been huge this year when we've watched Ridgeview play.
Well, some of the other names that haven't been called out are offensive linemen's names for both teams. And tonight, gentlemen like Nick Scott, the center that breaks out of there. Tanner Rouser. We have mentioned Michael Pimental's name. Greg Seeley, some big bodies down there. And Hodges cannot get past those linebackers for Ridgeview. And that'll bring up 3rd and about 7. So not a lot there on these first 2 carries.
You know, and this time you're going to see Watson go in there and close, and you're going to see Alexander come in. See, that time they were attacking, like you said, Vance, and they have to continue to do that. Now you have to be careful in the coverage. Guys have been wide open on these 3rd down plays, Vance, and been pretty easy passes for Hodges to make.
3rd and 5. Reed and Cheek out to the right side. Johnson out to the left side. Moore goes in motion. Hodges in trouble. What a nice
Alexander.
play. Wow, a really nice play by Pravion, the super sophomore, and he makes that a 4th and very interesting 4 yards.
Now, I thought this is one he should have pitched, Vance. See, if he pitches it, it's an easy 1st down pickup.
I agree. I agree.
But Moore also didn't do, as our old partner says, he didn't keep a good pitch relation either. He kind of flared out. He didn't turn up when he turned up.
Yep.
Give him a good option.
He made it easy for the defense.
Yes. Big 4th down.
4th and 3. Will it be a hard count? No. Hodges up the middle, all himself, and some more. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. He cuts back against the grain. He makes another nifty move. Hodges doesn't want to go down. He breaks the tackle and almost gets in. Finally brought down by who else but Cotton Moya. Whoa, might be the play of the year.
No wrap up by Alexander. He shoots the legs and misses. Now, Keaton has a good angle. He's going to stop the touchdown right there, but watch Houdini go to work. No, now you have me, now you don't. Tackle me high, I'm gone. And then you said Moya saves the touchdown.
Wow.
That's
I
one
agree.
of the best plays we've seen all year long, partner.
I agree. Our senior director, Bernie Johnson, in our ear saying we could use that for our opener next year. That's a great piece of footage right there. Compliments of Preston Hodges. 1st and goal from the 5. This Independence crowd fired up. Hodges wants a little bit more. He keeps it himself. So Preston Hodges put on a show on that play. Biggest thing is he gets the 1st down, and then we're thinking, all right, well, you got 5 yards, 8, 30, 50, 60. Goodness.
Fans, I'll tell you this, you know, he had a big game when we saw him play earlier, and he's having a huge game tonight. He's just a sheer joy to watch.
Hodges wants to get in, and he does. Touchdown, Independence. Listen and look at this crowd. Wow. They've had to hear it, this Independence crowd. When they got in the league, would they be able to withstand the schedule? Would they be as resilient as needed to be? And in speaking with coach, their head coach, out before the game, he said, you know, Vance, we just keep battling. We keep battling.
I mean, if we can see that play one more time, the one that led up to them getting down there on that was that 4th down.
The big play was a 4th and 3, 4th and 4, and for those of you that might have been away from your TV for a second, Preston Hodges needed the 1st down, needed 5 yards, and here's what he did. He breaks through, and then as he goes, he's already got the 1st down. We're thinking, all right, he's going to get brought down right here by Tevin. Then he stops, cuts back, and we said, all right, well, here's a whole bunch of guys here. They'll get him. All right, he's down. Okay. Oh, and he's off to the races. And Cotton Moya pulls him down at about the 3-yard line. The only thing that would have made that better is if he got in. That's about it.
Oh, wow. I mean, you know, Vance, that was just huge right there. Because, I mean, he just bust out. You see the angle from Carlos Cameron right there. Great movement, great agility, just never gives up. That's just an awesome play, Vance. That's just one of those plays you're going to remember from years to come.
Well, fortunately, we have our Bright House Networks production crew that captured it from pretty much every angle you could capture it at. So hats off to our guys on the cameras and our senior director, Bernie Johnson. And it's taken at the 22-yard line, and he's going to go against the entire grain this way. You gotta be kidding me.
He can run, man. He can run. That's Warren. He can run. Dalen Warren can run.
Another
man.
super sophomore.
He ran one back. The week before the South game, he ran one back for a touchdown. Here he is right here. He fields it. And watch the speed. I'm just going to outrun you to the sideline and then turn the afterburners on, and the kicker's able to trip him up. If it wasn't for that, it'd been 6 more points for the Wolfpack.
What a football game. 7.5 left in the 4th quarter. 28-21, Independence leads, but now the home team, Ridgeview, knocking on the door. Cotton Moya, reverse inside handoff. What a nice looking play that was, and it picks up 10 yards and probably a 1st down right away, and that was William Robertson. 9 yards he got.
Here you go right here. Just going to come back across like just a counter move kind of, Vance, counter type play. And there they go, first down. And the Wolfpack are charged up, Vance, and making a run.
They did give him the first. So 7:25 and counting. Carlos, you might be right. Can you say overtime? Bat snap, fumble.
Who got it?
Oh, Ridgeview fell on it. And the reason I know it is because I heard about 500 Independence fans go, oh, what a tricky little spot that would have put Ridgeview in.
Let's see right here. Here's the snap.
Never got off the ground.
Oh, yeah, just
hit
rolled
him in the
on
bum.
the ground, Vance, and they were lucky.
Eesh. 2nd and 12. Cotton Moya, shotgun. Looks like he wants to run the ball. Nope, yes, wants to pass. Finds his
There's my man.
Whoa, what a nice pass, nice catch. Turnaround, Shaquan Baines. And he should have been in the end zone, but he had to turn and make it.
Well, he had to secure the catch first. Good, yes.
So he
but right here, I mean, if this ball's thrown where it leads him, he scores easy.
That's what
but
I mean.
Does a great job of securing the catch. Pirouettes, makes the catch, and you just forget about him, Vance, but he just does a great job of getting open, and he just doesn't drop balls.
You said he could come back to haunt you at any moment. Tripp gets brought down at about the 3-yard line. And to the Baines family, I just want to say what I meant when I say he should have been in the end zone is, had the pass been on the numbers, he would have gotten in, but he had to turn around and torque his body to make the catch, and that caused him to kind of fall down. But with this rapid-fire offense that Ridgeview has right now, there's the fumble recovery. 2nd and 3.
Oh, there's movement right there, but they didn't call it.
Tripp gets
good penetration, but look at Tripp
down
fight
from
through.
behind, but he battles through. It was almost a throw for the loss.
Now,
Austin Allman.
Now, I'm going to tell you, there was a huge movement on the left side of that line, Vance, and I don't know if we have that play. Are we able to replay that last play?
Stay off the replay, guy. That's all I can say right now.
Yes, Godfather, from the beginning of it.
Godfather, are you with us?
Well, I wanted the beginning of it, but we need, yeah. But don't worry about it now. It's 3rd down and goal. We have a ball game.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 2. And
He's
Cotton Moya,
it.
he said, I got it. Give it to me. Let me handle this thing. Let me handle this thing. 28-27 the score.
Now, this PAT's huge, Vance, right here. You got to make sure you put the studio up right.
Brian said it, Ridgeview fans. Brian said it. All right. Juan Ceja on for the aforementioned crucial PAT to make it 28-28. Flag on the play. And that's actually a pretty funny play because John Moore jumps off sides.
They're going to go for 2 now to the extra yard.
Now they're going to go for 2. Oh, boy, without calling a timeout, they're simply going to bring on the 2-point conversion
And you can tell that they work on this because, Vance, as soon as the ball's moved up, Moya was coming down, the coaching staff was saying, let's go.
Oh,
That's
boy.
going to put that ball on the 1-yard line. Here we go.
The offside, the encroachment by Independence leads Ridgeview to possibly go for a 2-point conversion. I'll see it when I believe it. Will they actually do it?
They're going to go for it, Vance. And you know who's going to have the ball.
You never know. Could be another pass to Shaquan Baines. 2-point conversion to take the lead. Oh, he doesn't get it. Cotton Moya. They read it. They read it. So the Ridgeview Wolfpack go for the 2, and they're all over Cotton Moya, and it's all of a sudden 28-27 football game. Here's the pass play that sets up the touchdown.
That's the one. Again, you know, thrown behind him. Great job by Baines. Now
you see John Moore on the far side of the pump blocking effort by Independence. They call encroachment on Moore. He jumped, so instead of kicking the PAT for 1 to make it 28-28.
Huge stop by Frontier on that 2-point conversion, Vance. I mean, Independence, I'm sorry. You're exactly right. By Independence.
So you're looking at a sideline of Ridgeview that are just trying to kind of come to grips with the fact. Here, look at the top of your screen. Top of your screen. No, that's not the play. Sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. This is the play that was going for the 2-point conversion. Didn't happen. All right, here's the kickoff. Oh, fumble, picks it up at the 20, and he goes down at about the 25-yard line. (28-27) the score. And the reason it's 28-27 is because we're going to show you the 2-point conversion attempt by Ridgeview. Cotton Moya, everybody on the field and in the stands and in the Southwest knew it was going to that guy, and so did Independence, and they jumped on him, and that makes it 28-27. So now clock management, getting first downs, and Independence might pull off a huge upset. Hodges decides to keep it himself, and he goes down, no gain, 25-yard line.
You know, now Independence, just can't sit back, Vance, and just say, hey, we got to lead by 1 point.
No
I
way.
think they have to go out here with this next 4:30 and try to score, Vance, and put this game to where 2 scores have to beat you.
And Ridgeview has 3 timeouts with 4:20 and counting. 2nd and 10. Hodges is going to let this thing go down as long as he can. Pitch out to Moore. Moore cuts up field. Whoa, nice tackle, nice play. Great defense out there on the perimeter by Jacob Lopez. So Lopez hauls them in because Moore was starting to get ahead of steam. Third and 8. It's getting tense.
Well, this is huge. They have to get a first down.
Almost. Hard count encroachment didn't work. 3rd and 8. They try to keep it with Hodges. Nothing doing. No dice.
Give the defense credit, Vance.
The coaching staff bellowing for a timeout to the official, screaming a timeout at the official. So now it's 4th and long, and Independence is going to have to punt. And Brian, I'm with you. It looked like Independence really took a cozy, soft, safe way there with a lot of time left.
Too conservative, in my opinion, against this defense who can make plays to give this offense, who only needs 3 points. A field goal beats you now.
Have we had a punt? Has any team
I don't
punted?
think we had a punt tonight. We have not had a punt tonight.
Not one team has punted.
Turnover on downs and touchdowns.
And you're probably thinking out there, Kern County, hey, you guys are the announcers. Shouldn't you know that? Yeah, you're right. We probably should.
We didn't know it. We didn't have a punt.
We did. we're caught up in this thing just like you did. The reason I say that is because now Independence has to punt for the first time tonight.
You're right. Now you got to get a snap. They haven't had a long snap.
That's what I'm saying.
This could be very dangerous. And
here he comes. Preston Hodges, the quarterback, is going to have to punt this football.
And there's nobody back to receive, so.
And here's a flag before the play goes off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
I'd send somebody back now. I'd send Moya back to return this, or Dalen. Yeah, there you go. You might get a return ball now, Vance.
All right, so now you've got Dalen Warren back there. Hodges is going to have to, first of all, we got to see a good snap. Perfect snap. Hodges, ooh, gets a nice one off. Let's see what kind of bounce it takes. And it takes a pretty good Independence bounce. And more than anything, it stays out of the hands of the return man. So now the Ridgeview fans up on their feet. The Pep band's about to kick it in. And the Independence fans on their feet. Hey, this is exactly how we drew it up, Kern County. A 3-minute, 3-second final close to somebody's football chapter at the end of 2012. And somebody's moving on to a championship game. The home team, Ridgeview, has the football. They're at their own 40, so 60 yards for a touchdown, about 40 yards for a field goal attempt. Cotton Moya.
And I wouldn't be worried about passing so much right now if I'm Independence.
Moya tries to get out of trouble, can't. Pretty good job by Independence right there.
See, I'm not worried about passing at this point right now, this minute advance, because they have plenty enough time where Moya's legs can beat you. And he almost does it right there, but great job by the Independence defense. DJ Reed and company coming up and making plays for a short game. But if you are going to be worried about passing, I would definitely keep my eye on Baines. Moya's got it.
Moya, and that's a big tackle out there. Big, big tackle out there by, is that Ely?
It looked like it.
Yeah, Kyle Ely makes a big tackle. They pick up a first down, but when Moya's out there like that, it could be a touchdown.
Cotton Moya came, Ely did. Cotton Moya did a great job picking up a first down. That's what I mean. You have so much time, Vance, and timeouts. You can run the ball still.
Oh, big hit out there. Tripp takes a huge hit from a big fella, Trey Windham. Windham layered the boom on. That's a big body out there.
Saying? You don't have to even be in a rush, Vance. Don't have to call timeouts. But good play right there. Malcolm Johnson came off the edge as well, Vance.
Ridgeview has 2 timeouts. Independence has 2 timeouts. What a football finish. Cotton Moya has Tripp behind him. Everybody's in tight. Nobody's out wide. Cotton Moya
he's keeping it.
And he runs into his own man. Runs into his own lineman, and he's thrown down at about the 42-yard line.
Start looking at calling timeouts now.
Coach Manning calls the timeout. Wants to talk to his team. It'll be 3rd and about 3.
And you're going to see right here, Malcolm Johnson's going to just try to reach up. He ran his old man and grabbed his ankle. But wow.
The big fella, Gabriel Roses, has been out there working all night, and we don't mention his name until Moya runs into him. That's not fair. Apologize, buddy. Just happens to be under the microscope of the last 2 minutes of a football game.
And there's Seha warming up. He might get a chance to be the hero, Vance.
Woo! And when we say Seha, he's a very, very good kicker.
And you know, last week I'm watching the UCLA game, Vance, and it was bittersweet in one sense. I'm always rooting for local players to do well, but I was definitely rooting against my man to make that kick. Hadari, man, not to make that
Cody
kick.
Kessler having to fall on the ball and on national television at the end of the game. So we saw some local guys out there. Well, here we go. 3rd and 6. Cotton Moya in the shotgun. Nobody back there with him. Draw play. Cotton Moya looks to get to the outside, and then he cuts back up. Cotton Moya picks up the first down. So it'll be 1st and 10. Well-designed play, well executed. First down, Ridgeview. It all boils down to the last minute and 22 seconds.
Now, once they're set, Vance, these chains are set, they're going to blow the whistle. So the clock starts now.
1:19, 1:18, 1:17. Cotton Moya gonna run all the way, cuts up midfield, and he gets down to about fumble!
Hodges ripped it out, Vance. Hodges ripped the ball out.
Fumble! Independence ball.
What an apropos, Vance. Watch Hodges rip the ball out. And I think he is laying on the, woo! Vance, let's get a replay of that.
Wow. 1 minute, 6 seconds left. Here's the play that'll be watched by a lot of people here in Kern County.
And you gotta see, Moya's going, and Hodges is gonna try to rip the ball out. He's on the ground, Vance. That left knee is on the ground. And wow, what a call. It was missed, Vance, and Independence doesn't matter to them. They're in victory formation as they're gonna take a knee. They have still one timeout.
To the naked eye, when that happens so fast like that, that ball came popping up, and let's see it again. Why not take another look at it real slow, Brian?
Well, Vance, you're going to see right here, he's keeping it the whole way, but watch his left knee, Vance. His left knee goes down. From that angle, we can't see it, but the other angle, you can see it clearly.
Awfully, awfully close.
That left knee went down, then the ball was ripped, and just got to, especially when you go in slow motion. And remember, too, high school officials don't have the benefit of the replay like college and pro.
Take a real slow look
he's
at
going
it,
down.
and here's
the
Hodges.
knee's down there, then the ball comes out.
Woo! Well, look at this. The clock is stopped. It's a timeout by Ridgeview. And I tell you what, it was so close, so very, very close. I mean, just split-second timing of that knee going down, that ball coming up. That to the human eye, that was a tough, tough, tough one to take. And Independence has shown up big time tonight. Let's not forget, everybody, they have the lead. They're up 1. It was still on Ridgeview to come back and win this thing, so it's not as if, you know, Independence stole anything. So this is a very, very big moment for Independence High School. If they can pull off a snap here, it's 4th and 15 right now. So 4th and 15, Brian. And this thing is not over yet. So with 19 seconds left, 4th and 15, this ball game not over yet. So this game is not over. Dalen Warren stands at about the 42-yard line. 19 seconds left. Preston Hodges is the quarterback slash punter. Anything can happen. There's the snap. There's the punt. It's blocked. It's blocked. The ball goes out of bounds.
They're gonna have a chance. 13 seconds. They kick a field goal to win.
Independence can't believe it. They're in absolute shock. As mentioned, anything can happen.
Oh my goodness. Alexander, Vance. Previon Alexander got it.
Previon Alexander, the super sophomore.
Now Vance, with no timeouts, Vance, they have to get a first down, Vance.
Cotton Moya looks, throws, and it's out there, and it's taken out.
He's in bounds. He's in bounds, Vance. That's not out of bounds.
Well, they got the first down.
They got the first down, though.
So they're going to have to move the clock. They're going to have to.
They're going to clock it. They got to clock it, though, Vance.
They've got to spike this football. I hope Coach Manning has told his players they've got to spike this ball down.
Well, they got to start going. That clock should be ticking.
The clock should be ticking.
Oh, my goodness. That clock should be ticking, Vance.
The coaching staff for Independence wants to know.
They gave him credit for being on the bounds.
And now Independence is called timeout.
McEwen's going and talking to the ref.
Coach McEwen wants to know. He wants to know, was he inbounds? Was he out of bounds? What happened? Because the official The official, and here's what Coach McEwen wants. He wants to know. He's
asking him if he's inbounds, that clock should be working.
Here's the replay, Brian, down here. Is he down inbounds or out of bounds?
See, he has to get out of bounds. If he's tackled out of bounds, it doesn't stop. The player has to be going out of bounds and make the effort to get out of bounds.
So Coach McEwen thought that the clock should have started once they got set. All I can tell you is this, Kern County. It is what it is.
That's right.
Here it goes. Both teams have had their breaks. Both teams have had their lumps. Here it is for the win. For the win. Juan Ceja for 22 yards. This high snap. It's up, and it is deflected, but it's through. 3 seconds remains on the clock. 3 seconds remains on the clock. Now some of the Ridgeview players taunting the Independence players.
Now you gotta have some Vance. You got guys with helmets off, everything else. You gotta call something. Those are the rules of the game. You gotta call something.
Players are out on the field.
I mean, you got guys throwing helmets on the other sideline.
Travion Alexander is running around the football field with his helmet off, taunting the Independence fans. Wow. Seen it all. I thought the ball was deflected. Nope.
Nope.
Nobody touched it. It wasn't very long. It was a muted kick. No flags were thrown by any of the festivities that took place. So here it is. And now we'll see if Independence has drawn up anything super special for this. 3 seconds left. Ridgeview will kick off with a 2-point lead.
Oh, this ball should never even get up off the ground. It should be squibbed, Vance. Right down the middle.
Let's see what happens. Here comes the kick.
There it is, good squib.
Oh, did it go out of, and what happens?
1 second left.
1 second left, enough time for a long
There's
bomb
a penalty
Hail
flag.
Mary. The ball went backwards.
I thought it hit the Independence player. So I don't think you can have a flag on it, Vance.
Well, we've seen it all the last 90 seconds. Let's see what the call is. It's going to be offsides on the kicking team.
Oh, yeah, they called it.
So we have 1 second for a Hail Mary.
And I'll tell you, I bet you Moya's playing back there somewhere roving as a safety.
Officially, the ball on the kickoff did not touch an Independence player, but now it's a timeout called by Coach McEwen and his staff. So let's try to recap this. If you're just getting to your television set right now, you missed a lot.
Oh, you missed a great game. I mean,
you missed a lot.
You saw probably two of the best two quarterbacks in this area play and have a duel that's to be remembered.
Here's the first play of the game. Hodges,
this is Preston Hodges going 80.
First play of the game.
As he rolls
80.
out.
And then Ridgeview comes back.
And then Moya comes back with his first touchdown. Then Tripp scores. Then Hodges comes back, he scores again.
And that's about all we can show you right now because here we go. They put 3 seconds back on the clock, and everybody's back for Ridgeview. So Hodges rolls to his right. He's got to get rid of it. He throws it up, and he's got a man open. And it's picked off by Cotton Moya, and that's it. We hope everybody has cool heads right now, but what a victory by the Ridgeview Wolfpack. Independence fought. They stripped the ball.
I mean, you can just tell the pain right now.
They stripped the ball out of Tripp's hands down here. They thought they had the victory. They tried to kill the clock as much as they could. Then they had the pump block. And then Ridgeview gets the ball back, and we think the receiver's inbounds. They think they're going to start the clock back. They don't start the clock back. They kick the field goal, and they win it 30-28, Brian.
You know, not much to say. It was a great ball game, Vance. Probably one of the better semifinals we've done in a long time. And your heart goes out to both teams. Somebody had to lose tonight. But wow, Coach McEwen and his staff, hats off. And you know, I know a lot of the Jackson players would put their heads up because they played a well of a ball game.
Whoa, man, oh man, oh man. And Coach McEwen walks to the north end of the football field. He's right out in front of us, and he's just got his hands over his face as he walks towards the goalpost. He can't believe it. He just thought he had it.
Wow, Vance, that's all you can say.
There he is. He coached a whale of a football game, but his team let one slip through their fingers on the road.
You know, you think about it, man. You know, you work on special teams. You get one punt off, and this game's over.
Yeah.
And instead it gets blocked, and, you know, they come in, throw a ball to the sideline, gets out of bounds, and a field goal by Sejas wins the game. Whoa, what a game.
30-28 the score, and the last 3 points were scored on a Sejas field goal. And on behalf of our senior director, Bernie Johnson, Edward Dick in the South Tower, Mark Jones in the North Tower, the Godfather Zachary in the truck, and Carlos Anguiano down on the grass. What a finish. Ridgeview over Independence in a game for the ages, and next week Ridgeview will play in the Valley Championship. We don't know where we'll be yet, everybody, but have a great weekend. Good night. God bless.